We're highlighting the work that one person can do within the state government, no matter what their title is, to preserve the history of Colorado.
I've always had a passion for local history. If I could touch it and there's a history to it, I love it.
What Kimberly did is really that on the ground, identifying something that was important to keep and keeping it.
Back in 2018, a building was leased to house the administration services that were on the Grand Junction Regional Center campus to an off-site location. Prior to us moving, the state architect's office asked me to do a history of the Grand Junction Regional Center campus. It started out as the Grand Junction Indian Industrial School, which was renamed the Teller Institute. It opened and was occupied in 1896. They closed the Indian School in 1911, and in 1919, they opened up the state home. And it became full immediately.
The regional centers started when families who could not care for their loved ones who may have had an intellectual or developmental disability, they would bring them to an institutionalized setting.
I'd heard for some time over the years, well, we have an archive room, we have an archive room. So when I finally came over to this administration building, I said, well, show me where your archive room is. It was a copy room that had old cabinets in it. When I began to pull out and go through all these documents, I realized that some of these pamphlets were actual biannual reports that were written starting in 1930, and these small little books contained an immense amount of information. I asked the regional center director, could I please pull those records and put them in my new office across town? And she agreed. I wanted to make sure they ended up where people could appreciate and understand what those records were.
Kimberly's passion for preserving that history is important because it tells us how far we have come in the quality of care that we provide for people with disabilities.
It's important that agencies within the state government know that History Colorado and state archives are both available to talk to them about a filing cabinet full of old papers. We collectively, as state employees and state agencies, have to be more proactive with deciding what to keep and what not to keep. The instinct to preserve things is something we want to instill in people.
The most important thing is to get the permission and let people know you have them so that that word gets around and it ends up to the right people.
All the state agencies have a history. They all tell the story of the people of Colorado. All together, we can save this history